Hey, everybody. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about the weekly snapshot or the market minute. What's going on in the markets? We're going to jump right into it. Let me get this pulled up here. Poof. There we go. Okay. So, this week, kind of a mixed bag this week. Showings are down significantly, probably a little bit due to Mother's Day, et cetera. Whenever we have an important holiday, I guess all the holidays are important, but some are more important than others, especially to some people than others. We always see a little bit of a dip there. New purchase contracts down a tiny, tiny percentage. Median time to contract very steady here, 16 days. So keep in mind, as I've said before, 16 days, this is an average, it's the median. So if you lined up every house that went under contract, it does not include obviously houses that have not gone under contract. So those could be building up, or they might go off the market. If they go off the market, they're not going to get put into this data set. There's going to be houses that go off the market. There was one that across the street from where I'm doing a listing where they priced it $30,000 under what it was everyone in the world would agree that it was worth. And it went under contract the same day that it went on the market. So obviously for every one of those, you're going to have a house that took, over 30 days. New listings, a little bit down. We're up from last year significantly, but we're down a little bit from last week. And that's because we were up a lot last week. So, kind of as it's going up, it kind of wiggles and everything. If you've ever seen one of those graphs, up 4.5%. So the thing I wanted to point out about this is keep in mind that this is the area. This is the area that our MLS covers. So we've got, Philadelphia metro area, central Pennsylvania, Maryland and West Virginia panhandle here, Northern Virginia, probably like a dozen counties in Virginia, Southern Maryland, DC metro area, Eastern Shore, Del Mar coastal, and of course, Baltimore metro, our area as well. So we've got a lot of different areas covered here. And so in some of these areas, like especially around the Baltimore metro area, this number's a little bit higher. In other areas, it might be a little bit lower, but this is the average for the area. Active listings up 16% over last year. Definitely excited about that. And actually up 2% over last week, which is a huge gain considering everything else was just a little bit flat. We're going to skip over the active listings with price decreases because that's pretty insignificant there. But canceled listings, this is how many people just took their house off the market. It's down 10%. So the number of people who canceled their listings is down 10%. That's actually a good thing. It means that more houses are going off the market the way they should go off the market under contract. So if you have any questions about this or how it pertains to you, etc., let me biggerize me. It's always difficult to find the mouse. There we go. If you have any questions about what these mean to you or how it's affecting you and stuff like that, I can summarize it here a little bit. If you're looking to sell a house, this is definitely prime time to sell a house. I mean, it doesn't get more prime than this. Does this mean that if you're not ready and you're going to put your house on the market in July, that you might as well wait until next May? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means that the market is going up, it's going to peak, and then it's going to slowly go back down and stuff like that until we get to like December. So if you're going to sell your house, it's definitely now is the time. Let's meet. Let's talk about what you need to do. I had 3 meetings yesterday with people who were selling their houses. And what I do is I just come through and tell you what things you need to focus on, which things you not need to focus on. And it's amazing how important this tiny little thing would be to you. But to the average person looking at your house, they probably wouldn't even notice that. And then there's other things like your kitchen and bathroom and stuff like that. So if you are looking to buy a house, I'm not telling you that this is the perfect time to buy a house, but the best time to buy a house was any time in the past because equity is definitely going to be your friend. So in general, the answer is always buying sooner is always rather better than buying later because you're going to have chance for that equity to grow. For example, if you bought a house just using this, you can't see the date anymore. Sorry. If you bought a house in this general area for say $300,000, I'm going to put that in the trusty dusty calculator here, and you did no improvements on it or anything like that, your house would be worth, on average, 313,500. So that's a gain of 13,500 in 1 year just because you own the house. So it's a gain of over $1,000 a month on your investment. And your investment could have been as low as 3.5% getting into the house. So 10 grand in 1 year, you would have recouped everything that you spent in the house. Plus, now you'd have about $25,000 in equity, and that's yours that you can use for whatever you need to use it for. I would recommend you just leave it alone, but you can use it for whatever you need to use it for. If you have an older house that needs to be fixed up, I'm not gonna lie, you're getting 4%, 4 to 5% appreciation every year just sitting on that house. But the problem is you're constantly maintaining. I was just at a very nice family's house yesterday, and it was a family house, and now it's abandoned and stuff like that. And the roof was falling off, and there was water coming in the basement, and there's just a lot of things going on. So all of these things would cost in the tens of thousands to fix, and it would offset any gains that you realize. So there comes a certain point where you need to cut it loose and take that money and invest in something that's going to grow better for you. So I'm happy to help you evaluate with that stuff. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, and I will see you next time.